to health.
To your
Oh, hello. There
Hi.
you are.
Hey, here I am. Yeah, just got done with work, so
Thanks for making time for us. I appreciate it.
certainly, I'm happy to do it.
Is Kendall joining us?
Yes, he's got his chair here. Kendall, he's coming.
Boys.
I know, right?
Oh, hi.
Hi.
Hello, Elizabeth.
I have that same shirt.
Hey, same shirt.
Uh-huh.
So let me make sure I can hear Kendall talk.
Hello.
Okay, good.
Test.
That's good. All right. So Betty's going to welcome us to the show. Well, we've got you both on camera here. And then we'll get started.
Oh, hold on just a second. I'm going to switch cups here.
You're going fancy. Oh, of course, Betty's going fancy. I should get my cup too.
Yeah.
Good call. Good call.
Spilling tea with Betty Desire, complete with cup.
So, welcome to Kendall and Elizabeth. We're going to introduce you to our listeners slash watchers, depending upon if people are listening to our podcast or watching us on YouTube. I lost her.
How did that happen?
Did she cancel out? Did she change her mind? Did she lose her connection?
There you are.
She's back. It is something I said.
We're here. I can see you now. What happened?
I don't know. Everybody froze, and then it kicked me off for a second, and then
Okay. Are you hardwired in or are you on the router?
no, I'm not hardwired in where I am
Yeah.
right now. I'm on
Do you know where
Wi-Fi.
Do you know where your router is?
No, I'm not at my house.
Do you know where the router is that you're using? Or are you on Wi-Fi? Are you on?
I'm on
Are you on what? Are you on the house's Wi-Fi?
I am on the house's Wi-Fi.
Okay, and you don't know where their router is?
It's not that big a house. I could probably find it.
Okay. If we get
I
kicked
wouldn't know
off
what to do
again, I
with
may
it.
have you go find it.
Okay.
Is that all right? Just
Um,
because if that's going to keep on happening, it's going to make the interview kind of take longer.
That I've been on Zoom all day, and this hasn't happened yet, so I don't know.
And you haven't moved your seat where you've been sitting?
Nope.
That's
I'm
weird.
I have an
Weird.
office set up
Yeah, you've
right
been
here.
working all day on the computer, right?
Yeah, I've been
Oh, yeah,
working
you
on
must have been just a
Zoom
one-off. Cool.
Huh.
all day long.
Well, lucky
Yeah.
us. I guess we just got to see it the first time. All right.
Good
Maybe it won't
luck.
happen again.
I hope not.
Betty,
Yes, dear.
would you like to start us off?
All right. Welcome to Spilling Tea with Betty Desire. Today, we are going to talk about something I think is incredible. We're going to be speaking with Elizabeth and Kendall Jones. Here's Kendall sitting next to me. Of course, my hand is going the wrong direction. There we go. Oh, there he is. And Elizabeth is in the little tiny square down below us, if you're watching on YouTube. Because I don't think our podcast has video, does it?
Yes, it does on YouTube.
Oh, it does on YouTube. That's right.
And actually, on my screen, which is the one we're recording, she's not below you. She's right next to you.
Oh,
See, on my screen, I'm right next to you, Marla.
Yeah.
and
You can move it around. You can move it
Oh.
around however you like.
wow.
Oh, I'm not
The
touching it.
magic of the
I
interwebs.
am not
Ooh,
touching it.
Amazing.
It's actually, that's Zoom magic. Anyway. So I digress. So welcome to the show. Kendall's heard us record this, but Elizabeth, are you familiar with what we do here?
Not so
Did
much.
anybody warn you
No.
that there was an entertainment and a song and dance part of this interview?
I'm so good at that.
That is very true.
Seriously, I dance. I dance at Rumors every Thursday night. So I
Oh,
have no
perfect,
problem with
perfect.
that.
No, so Betty and I started doing this about a year or so ago because we wanted to introduce people in our community to people in our community and around the world.
Okay.
So your story and Kendall's story was one of the first stories Betty told me about. And we've been trying to get you here for a year, right? At least a year.
Yeah, been about a year.
So thank you for making time for us.
Sure.
It not your fault. It's just disorganized Miss Betty not getting out.
No, and
And
life happens. There was
yeah.
months we weren't even recording, so this was
Okay.
just something that we've always wanted to do. So we're very happy to have you here.
Thank you.
So what we're talking about is your journey with Kendall through his recovery from pneumocystis.
Mhm.
And Kendall, of course, was in a coma, and you were having to handle all the difficult decisions.
Yes.
Can
And
we take a step back before we go there? Can we
of
introduce
course,
Kendall and Elizabeth and what their relationship is and how, just because people who don't know who they are
don't
going
know
to
who
be
they
very
are.
confused. Well, they won't know what the relationship is that Elizabeth and Kendall were able to that traveled this journey together, considering in our little screens, Kendall's sitting with you and Elizabeth sitting by herself. So can we go back a little bit?
I'm
Is that okay?
sorry. Do you want to come over and join us on my screen?
I would love to, but it's a really long ways away.
Yeah, it doesn't look like home.
Where are you?
Elizabeth?
I'm in Puyallup down at Sarah's house.
Oh,
all right. So she's
say
way
hi
far
to
away.
Sarah.
All right. So Elizabeth, well, why don't we, who do you want to introduce first, Matt? Betty?
Let's introduce Elizabeth first.
Tell us who you are and how you got what you do and how you got to where you are. I mean, you don't have to tell us like in detail, but just to introduce our listeners to who you are.
Oh, well, for this context, I was married to Kendall, and I was married to him at the time that he was going through the pneumocystis and the hospitalization and for the recovery afterwards. And
How
now
did the two of you meet?
high school.
High school?
Yeah.
Mhm.
We married in 82.
Yeah.
And you guys served in the military together as well, right?
That's correct.
Right.
Yes.
Excellent.
And we have 2 children.
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Where did you go to high school?
Down in California.
Oh,
Town Pius High in Mill Valley, California.
oh, interesting.
Just across the Golden Gate Bridge going north.
And just drove through there.
Yeah.
So how did you end up in Washington State?
Well, my family's from here, and my family had some property, and we just really, really always kind of wanted to be up in Bellingham. We're definitely ready to leave California. It was a great opportunity.
Yeah, it was. It was time for new stuff. And
Yeah.
also California at the time had experienced what we were experiencing in the last 10 years is huge growth and property values. It doesn't matter to this discussion, but both was getting priced out of the market
Mhm.
and would be condemned to be perpetual renters forever. But Bellingham at that time, when we moved here in November of 95, property was very reasonable, extremely reasonable up here then, and compared to where we were coming from. So we were able to, get a little bit ahead up here, and the school systems were a lot better for our young kids and all that stuff.
And so you moved here in 95? And how old were your kids then?
7 and 9.
Elementary school.
7 and 9, yeah, elementary school.
Okay. I didn't know you had kids after all these years. So so Elizabeth, you're living in Bellingham or are you living down there? You're living in Bellingham.
No, I live in Bellingham.
You're just visiting down there.
Yeah, I'm just visiting.
Okay.
I'm dog sitting and house sitting for my
Oh,
sister
nice. Nice.
for part of the week.
So are your kids still in Bellingham?
Yeah, not exactly.
Technically,
Our daughter was in Bellingham until about a week ago when she packed a U-Haul up and moved down to Oregon near Portland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And our son, he passed about 4 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Okay.
Okay. And go ahead.
I was going to say, do you remember, I mean, do you want to go back to Betty Desire getting into this mix?
God.
not really.
Okay,
Sure,
full disclosure, Betty and Kendall are partners. I mean, we have to be
Yeah.
clear about this, right? Is that
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Fine with
Okay.
me.
So
Hey, we live out loud and truly,
Yep.
and yeah.
Still going
well,
strong.
right.
Yeah.
So how did you two meet? Do I want to know? Is this so safe for not safe for work? How did you meet?
I'm not even sure I know that story.
Ooh,
The bookstore, booth 9.
Wait, are you talking about us two or Kendall?
yeah. Well, they went to high school together. I know that.
They went to high school together.
We probably first met at a Betty show. Tell you the truth.
Well, first met, yeah.
Or first saw Betty.
The first time I saw him was at a Betty show on a Wednesday night.
Oh,
We
do
got
you remember the
together.
date on a Wednesday night?
No, we got together. This is such a queer story. We got together because I was helping Scotty at Great Northern Books, and Kendall came out from the video rooms, and I recognized him. So we started talking, and and then we started talking and hit it off, and we've been together ever since. We met in an adult bookstore, and we consummated our relationship in booth 8.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
Okay.
that was not the information I was asking, but thank you for being thank you for being so
I
forthcoming.
misunderstood. What were you actually asking? You can edit that out if you want.
I don't know. It's kind of funny.
It
I
is
was
funny.
asking how you met. I wasn't asking like when you did it.
Oh.
We met and did it.
I think it's the
All in
same
one.
story.
That is so
It's
gay.
old. It's
is
old
so
school.
Guys don't mess around.
No.
Screw that second date stuff. 2 minutes is too long.
Oh my god.
2 minutes is 30 seconds too long. It
Too-
takes a little bit to come
Exactly.
to talk.
Okay, I can't hear this. You're ruining.
Anyway,
Oh, this is going to be fun. I can
I
tell.
hope so.
Elizabeth's going, what did I sign up for here? So
I'm
the
all
reason,
in now.
so can we talk about your illness? So the reason that Betty has been telling me about this story, Elizabeth, is because she's made you up to be this goddess of saving Kendall's
geez.
life.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. Okay.
So this is really thank you, Elizabeth, for
Sure.
saving Kendall.
It was a hospital. I really, I've never seen myself as that ever. So.
You were his guardian, and you made sure they were doing the right things.
Oh, I absolutely did that. I was on it.
And he couldn't do anything because he was in a coma.
No, I sat at the head of that table every time we met. Absolutely. Yes.
Yep.
So so Betty and Kendall, you met, and when did Kendall become ill after that?
No, he this all happened before we met.
Oh, before you met. I apologize. So you met, they came up in 95. What year did you guys meet?
Same year, isn't it?
No.
96. When the Wednesday night show, when I first saw you,
Maybe.
that might have been 95, but we didn't actually meet
Until 6 years ago or whatever.
6 years ago.
Okay. All right. So let's go back to when Kendall first got sick. What year was that?
That was
Was it
1987.
Okay. Okay. This makes sense now. This is
It's,
before you came here. You were sick down in.
I was in the Bay Area, and the Western blot test had just came out. And, I was in a high risk group, so I wanted to protect Elizabeth and everything. So I went and took the test and came back in 2 days. And of all the list of the names, my name had a little pencil circle on it. I said, oh, fuck, I'm screwed. And yeah, I was positive. And that's when I found out I was positive. And
Just to be clear, positive.
This is
positive
before
for
even
HIV.
AZT. So there's absolutely nothing they could do for us at that time. So I decided just to go to work the next day and live my life just like I was, live at large. And there we go, continue on. And then we came up to Bellingham, and I was up here for a couple of years, and it hit, the pneumocystis hit like a hurricane. 1 minute I was feeling fine. And within 48 hours, you had me up to your doctor.
Yeah, I took you up to my doctor, and
they took my ox level, and they wheeled me straight to the emergency room.
Yeah, immediately to the emergency room.
And then and within a few days, I was in a coma. That's all I remember.
And that was in Bellingham.
Bellingham, and that'd be in 97 in Bellingham.
Yeah, I think that was,
So
yeah.
I lived approximately 10 years without any meds or treatments and stuff from 87 to 97 before the pneumo.
Okay.
And what probably saved me is towards the end, somebody had passed, and Evergreen's AIDS Foundation got their Crixivan, or Elizabeth helped do that. She can tell that's part of the story. And they started putting that in my feeding tube, and that started turning everything around pretty quick. So
Yeah, I can't say enough about Evergreen and their interventions and how they helped us navigate all that and the subsequent recovery and all the meds that he had to be on.
everything.
Yeah.
So can you give us a little bit more detail about how you got those drugs for Kendall? I mean, I have this vision in my head that you snuck into somebody's room who had passed and you grabbed it off their table and you ran it into his room. I know it was very dramatic. It was really about you saving his life is really what it was. But this was definitely more formal. You sat down into a bunch of a room full of people and you talked them into it.
I don't recall actually having to talk them into it. It was a really long time ago. It didn't
I think what you told me was the caseworker finagled it with a nurse, and
yeah, the Evergreen.
her name is Marianne or something.
Oh
She's no
gosh, I
longer
don't
with them.
remember.
But yeah,
That's
she was
all
a
right.
force of nature.
She totally was. She's the hero here. I remember that social services in the hospital kind of linked me up with Evergreen,
Mhm.
moving forward so that we could see, well, what are we gonna do? And Marianne told me about, there are some, because I didn't know anything about the medications that were out really, and told me there was something kind of newish that they were having good results with, super expensive, but they thought that they could get that taken care of somehow. I'm like, please, whatever you need to do, I'm all in. And she really didn't tell me how she did it, so I have plausible deniability.
Take the fifth.
Betty made this a whole story up.
No,
Didn't you?
I didn't. It was the caseworker at Evergreen that got, from what I understood, got the pills, and they crushed them up and put them in his feeding tube. But Elizabeth made sure that everything was going well for Kendall while he was conked out.
Oh
And
yeah.
there were some.
We
Pardon me?
had someone with him at all times, sitting up in the room, 24 hours a day up in ICU.
Yeah, whenever I'd come around for a few minutes, there'd always be somebody in the family there.
That's cool. Always someone. I mean, even the kids, and it's almost tragic to say that this was the case, but those kids knew how to take care of things. Because how old would they have been by that time? Like 10 and 12, or 8 and 10, 8 and 10, 8 and 10. And yeah, they knew how to push the IV buttons to make the noise stop. They knew how to let them know that the chest tube was muckered up. I mean, it's really sad that kids know that, but they did, and they were amazing, helping to take care of their dad.
It's probably better that you told them than you kept it a secret from them and didn't share any of that. I mean, it probably makes them feel like they were participating in his healthcare.
Oh, they absolutely did feel that. It's funny that you should say that we didn't keep it a secret from them. We absolutely kept it a secret from them. Not that he was in the hospital, but why he was in the hospital.
So, okay, I'm going to ask you a personal question. You don't have to answer it. You knew he was HIV positive?
Yes.
When you married him?
No.
Okay.
He wasn't when we married.
Oh, okay. And you stayed married to him?
I did stay married to him.
That's kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Noble of you?
Maybe. I don't see it that way. I don't see it that
way. Okay.
I loved him. I mean, I still love him. Not as a husband or partner, but as my truest, bestest, oldest friend.
Mm-hmm.
My children's father. Yeah.
Yep.
This is very sweet.
I think it's wonderful.
So what else am I not asking? So are you, did you guys ever formally divorce?
Oh, we're working on that.
You are. Okay. But Kendall's been in relationship with Betty now for how many? 6 years? 8 years?
Six.
6 years.
Six.
Yeah, 6 years.
And when was the first time you met Betty?
Um,
That same Wednesday show?
no,
When my
I
when my
was not
son
at
came
Woodbine.
home and said, "Mom, Daddy's dating Betty Desire,"
Something like
because
no,
he
you
travels fast around his house,
no,
his town.
you called me. You called me and told me. But when did I actually meet Betty? I don't remember.
Maybe
But
that.
I
Yeah, that's it.
remember turning to my partner who had heard of Betty Desire, and I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
I remember when I first came over to the house and you and Wendy took me into the bedroom and gave me the talk,
The talk.
The
the
talk.
Yeah,
talk that
yeah.
you had Googled me. Do you
Well,
remember
I think,
that?
yeah.
There I was with you and Wendy, and Kendall was in the other room.
My guardian
Elizabeth's
angels.
protecting her
Yeah,
goods.
yeah, the guardian angels were there, baby. And then it was, we looked you up on Google.
Mhm,
Is
mhm.
I
Wendy,
thought,
who is Wendy?
Wendy was my partner at the time.
Oh, okay.
that was amazing.
So Betty passed muster right away? Or did you have to do the personal interview? What are your intentions?
Yeah, I think there kind of was that. There,
Mhm.
there, there kind of was that, and
Yeah.
I never got a bad vibe or anything. I mean, I'd have to say that within the context of me being responsible and doing my research, yeah, Betty absolutely passed muster. Yeah. I think one of the things you look at when you go into a new adult relationship later in life is just to say, hey, I'm here, I'm around, Kendall's kids are around. How are you with that? Because that's not going to change.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have any issues around that, we need to sort that now. There've never been issues. Never.
No.
Betty's wonderful. Betty's a fantastic addition to our family.
Do you acknowledge though that you and Kendall have kind of a different relationship than most people who married right out of high school?
So I hear. Yes.
I just came from my 50th high school reunion. There were some couples who married in high school who don't have this, which I think is lovely, especially for your kids. You're they are very lucky. They are
And I
very lucky.
think that Kendall and I have always operated in a way that was about the kids. Would you agree, Kendall?
I agree with that, Elizabeth. I agree.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to hear. What was that?
That Kendall and I have always operated in the way that was hopefully going to be best for the kids.
Yeah.
Not that we didn't make mistakes, but instead of I don't know, letting our own issues between each other get to the kids, I think we just tried to always keep them in mind.
Yeah, we tried to provide a peaceful house with
Yeah.
low amounts of arguing and all that stuff. Because
Yeah.
both of us came from households that were kind of chaotic and crazy
Yeah.
at times. So
We don't want our kids.
we didn't have that type of household.
Yeah.
So Kendall, you didn't find out that you were positive till after the kids were born?
Yes.
Did you think about having them tested?
Elizabeth got tested and was negative, so it was
We didn't
right.
we didn't really think about
Yeah, I
that.
don't know.
We didn't really.
Like I said at the time, uh, a little later, AZD came out, but in my men's group, guys that could afford it got on the AZT, and for a few months they got a nice bump in their T cell and that count, and that's just a measurement of how healthy your immune system is.
Right.
And then about 6 months or a year later, the AZT would stop working, and it would crash, and they'd be dead in a year. Gone.
What?
Yeah, it hits you really fast. So I stayed away from the AZT. I don't know why I lasted 10 years. That's pretty crazy.
It is.
So
Yeah, I'm
So do you worry every time you get sick?
no, I don't worry about
I
stuff.
do.
I
I'm worried every
do.
time you get sick. I
That's
do.
that's
You're outvoted, my
that's Betty's
friend.
problem to worry about that stuff.
So what?
I'm the guy that found out he had AIDS and went to work the next day building a house.
Yeah,
I got stuff to do here. I got a house to finish.
So how do you protect yourself, Kendall? Do you think yourself a healthy person?
Hmm?
Do you think yourself as a healthy person now?
Yeah, my counts are so low that they're undetectable. So with the new drugs they have out now, so it's
Oh,
very.
so you're taking something.
Oh
Just
yeah, I take one of the newest ones. Yeah, it's a cocktail of drugs, and it works well.
so this last couple of months must have been kind of stressful for you all.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Very much so.
Well,
A lot of it we just couldn't. No one was figuring out what was wrong.
yeah, we couldn't figure out why Kendall had jaundice and what was going on.
So for the people who are listening or watching who don't know, Kendall has for the last 2 months has been in and out of the hospital. Would that be fair to say?
Couple of times,
Yeah.
twice.
twice.
Yeah, but is now on the mend. Actually went to the store today all by himself like a big boy.
Yeah, I'm driving again and all that good stuff. So
I mean,
He was able to walk through the Dollar Tree without using a walker.
yep, so I'm walking
All
again.
right.
So yes.
this was a guy that looked like the Halloween pumpkin the last time I saw you.
Yeah, I'm doing good. I'm bouncing back good. So
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
So what is it about your immune system that's so incredibly strong?
no idea.
I know.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
Yeah.
Nobody
They'll
knows.
use you as an immunization. So what else, Betty? What else should I ask?
Well, the time that Kendall was in the hospital in a coma, um, first of all, I believe this was the first individual with pneumocystis that actually came out alive from St. Joseph's at that time. Is that accurate information?
Probably. And they did not expect him to live.
Okay.
No.
They did not expect. At one point they said he maybe had a 20% chance of surviving.
Wow. How long was he in a coma, Elizabeth?
Um, well, he was in the hospital from the beginning of February through Easter. He started coming out of it right around Easter, and so a good couple months.
Okay. And
How frightening.
how long was he in recovery in physical therapy in-house at St. Joseph's?
Oh yeah, once he got discharged from the ICU and went to a regular room, and then when he was ready to be discharged from the hospital, they actually sent him over to the rehab hospital on Lakeway. I don't remember what it
I
was
think it's a
called.
professional building now, but yeah,
Yes, yeah, like
Oh,
on
that was a long time
Chestnut
ago.
or something. Yeah, it was a long
it was
time
back
ago.
in the late 90s. Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't remember how long you were in that facility,
I
Kendall,
would
but
say, if I remember right, over 3 weeks.
something like that, and then came
Um,
home and had visiting PT and OT coming and respiratory therapy. So he had all these therapies still coming to the house.
yeah, it
to help
wasn't.
us.
It's not a fun place to be, guys. One therapist is done with you, and the next one comes in. And,
Yeah.
That was a lot of attention you got there.
well, I couldn't walk. Um, I had double vision. Coordination was shot.
Could barely breathe.
Could barely breathe.
Still,
It was a mess.
So
nutrition was an issue. So
Yep.
we had a nutritionist.
do you have any recurring or lasting
Nope.
issues from that? It's all completely recovered. Amazing. Amazing.
Tell us a little bit about the length that St. Joseph's went. And what I'm thinking of, Kendall told me about them flying in a machine that they had to weld something to, and it was the one that rocked him back and
Yeah,
forth.
yeah,
What's about that?
it was a bed, and they helicoptered it in. I think it came from Seattle, but because it wasn't long enough for him. He's very tall, and so they had to do some welding so that there was enough, length for him. And it was this special bed, for people with pneumonia, because if you just lie still on your back, which he couldn't do anything else, um, the the secretions in the lungs just settle there and just set up
Yeah.
environment for more and more and more sickness. And it wasn't practical to turn him every 2 hours, wasn't enough, like the nurses were doing. So he was in this bed strapped into it, and it would do this all day, all night long, just to keep things from settling. So yeah, they flew that in.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So when he was in the hospital, there were times that you had to actually be forceful on what they wanted to do on his behalf? Do you remember having to say, no, I don't want you to do that?
I'm trying to recall.
You told me there's some surgery they wanted to do, and you said, nah.
Yeah, yeah. What, I can't remember what it was.
Something about opening up his lungs, I think Kendall
Oh,
shared.
I'm like,
That's some weird.
because I have a nursing background, so I kind of knew a little bit about the basics of,
Hmm.
What's going to happen if they do certain procedures, and what you can expect and what the risks are. So yeah, sometimes I did have something like, no, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. I I'm sorry, I don't have a good recall on that. I feel like I was doing that every day almost, of making these decisions of like, yeah, let's go with that, or no, I don't want to do that, or let's put that off if it's not critical yet. Let's wait for more data. Um, and I got a kid, I got to get to a ball game.
So, as a nurse, were you a hospital nurse or were you a doctor's office nurse?
Hospital nurse.
So, is that the hospital you were working at?
No, no.
Which hospital you were working at?
Well, I wasn't working as a nurse at the time, so
Okay.
I had been in California before we moved.
Because my sister's a nurse, and I can imagine that dynamic between nurse and doctor when you are their subordinate was very different from you being patient doctor or patient's advocate doctor, right?
St. Joe's is always pretty good at listening to all of us and the family and stuff about.
I mean, you know what? I never really thought about it. So,
Really? Okay.
no.
So you never got any pushback from any doctors saying you're just a nurse, don't know anything?
Nope. I don't even know that they knew I was a nurse. I am this patient's wife, and I am the one who is in charge right now because he cannot be in charge of himself. And I want to hear everything you have to say, and then I'll let you know what we're going to do.
Do you think that your nursing background gave you more information to help process what the doctors were telling you?
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't recall if they knew I was a nurse or not. So
probably a good thing. Probably a good thing.
Maybe, I don't know. Even when I was working with doctors, I never had a problem standing up to them if I disagreed, and I've never had a doctor approach me as just a nurse. I've always had really good relationships with
That's good.
docs I work with. So
yeah,
don't test me.
Good. That's good.
My kid's late for basketball.
He's out. Priorities.
How did this affect you guys financially?
We got a lot of help from the state.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
did they?
stepped in pretty quickly after what money we had was gone, which was pretty much gone anyway. And
Really?
Not a lot.
and they stepped in pretty much footed the whole bill.
Yeah.
The state did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And intensive care is not cheap, guys.
When I went up, I had nothing. I went to DCSF. I said, I need help. I need help. What can you help me get? What can you help me do? This is my situation.
That's amazing.
I understand that you guys came up and built the house. Kendall had told me that, the nest egg that you had was gone and the health insurance that you had was used up.
Well, when
And
I wasn't working,
because,
I
yeah,
lost health insurance.
Well,
Yeah.
right, because he was at that time, we hadn't lived in Bellingham very long, maybe a year-ish. And so I was just still a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah,
I was
about a
taking
year.
care of the kids, and Kendall was the source of income for us. And then he's sick, and that it just flipped
Yeah, it was not a good time.
on it.
Who were you working for, Kendall, when you moved here?
Oh, I didn't have a job when I came in town.
Oh, so Elizabeth just said you were the source were you just doing jobs on the side?
Yeah, where were you?
No, I worked retail when I came to Bellingham.
Oh, okay. So did you have insurance from work?
The old home base, I worked at that and at Sears for quite a while, many years.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you had insurance from them?
Me?
Health insurance?
At the time, no, I did not have insurance. I know I was paying for insurance. I remember it now. And it might have been, I think it was Blue Cross Blue Shield. It was before everything got changed, and it was, I could afford it for a family of four. I think I was writing a check for 150 a month for it. And it had $1 million, what it has $1 million cap.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth, I was out of it, but Elizabeth was down there at the financial office, and they blew through that $1 million cap in no time.
Oh my gosh.
It just was gone. I mean,
Oh my gosh.
it was just gone.
That's crazy.
So
It was crazy how fast.
yeah, the lucky at the time we didn't have other assets they went after. So yeah.
Good thing you had nothing.
You think you got good medical insurance, which we did.
Well, $1 million cap, who
with
thinks you're ever
care,
going to use
that's a
that,
lot.
right?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
But no, it's not enough.
I remember having to I think at the time we only owned one car, and I remember having to taking the car down to the dealer and having to get it appraised because you couldn't have more than so much assets, and I'm like, right. I made them look at every dent, scratch, and
of course you did
smear on that, and I'm like,
of course you did.
Oh, it can't be worth that much because look at that broken thing. Because I
and my German Shepherd,
I'll get rid of it first before
right
I let it hinder this. Yeah.
So
I remember that car. I like that one.
What?
I remember that car. I like that one.
That was good. That was a good truck. That was a good little truck.
Toyota SR5.
Yeah.
So he comes home at some point in time in the spring-ish. Yeah. Is that when he got like April-ish?
Yeah, April-ish.
Okay. So how long before? So that was like 97. And you guys met 6 years ago? So were you guys Elizabeth, were you and Kendall living together this whole time?
Mm-hmm.
We lived together until 2016.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Non-traditional relationship.
Very non-traditional.
It's a good friendship.
Yeah. Oh, it's
an amazing
stellar.
Friendship.
It's enviable. It's all the good things. It's just not traditional. Yeah.
And on my power of medical attorney, Elizabeth is my second choice now, still, if I get sick. So
wait, who's your first choice now? Is it
Daddy? But Daddy will probably break down. He'll have to help.
Yeah.
He's just a figurehead.
Right.
I'm a great figurehead, but I'm going to be talking to you all the time.
Oh no,
but I'm done being sick for a while.
Kendall is your show though, Betty. Kendall's your show. But we're all family, so
that's
whatever,
right. We're all
whatever
family.
we need to do for each other.
What I
Well,
love
we're here.
about my relationship with Kendall is not only do I have Kendall as my partner, I have Elizabeth as one of the dearest friends I know.
I
And
feel the same.
and Elizabeth's mom,
Yep.
we really are a blended family
Yeah.
in the best sense of the word.
And
And
Alexis
I'm
loves you, our
so
daughter.
happy about it. I get emotional. So not only that, but Kendall, when he's healthy, does sound on Thursdays.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth's drag name is, oh, come on, man.
Yeah, I know.
And
Every time.
Angelina or
No,
Angelino
no,
Desire.
no.
No?
Just Angela, Angelo. There's no Ina. But you know what?
Oh, that's right.
oh,
If there is
Angela
Ina,
and Angelo
that's fine with
Desire.
me too. So
Wait, are you Angelo Desire? Is that your name?
That's
Drag
the
name?
drag king name.
Angelo Desire.
Angelo.
Have I seen you perform?
I don't know. Have you been?
When was the last time you were at a Thursday show?
Thursdays are hard for me, as you know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
haven't been performing
And
since like April, maybe.
Alexis
Thursday.
performs when she was living here.
our,
Kendall's
our
our
daughter,
daughter.
yeah, our daughter performs too.
So it's like a King family singers thing.
That's
it's
very
family
sweet.
night. Thursday's family night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys are so cute. We definitely
I'll be
need to
back
get
to
a family
DJing
portrait at some point.
this Thursday. I'll be back.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, will you now? Oh, good.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm
able to carry
be
my
there
speakers in from the
Thursday.
car, so I can.
That was the key. Once he's able to carry the sound equipment from the car up into the living room,
And not be out of breath
and not be out of breath, he's okay to come DJ again.
Well, I'll have to catch you next week because I won't be home.
Be down at
then.
Sarah's, yeah.
So I'll
Yeah.
miss you then.
What kind of dog does she have? I know it doesn't matter to us.
Greyhound.
I'm sorry, guys. What?
A greyhound.
Oh, I love
Oh, wow.
dogs.
She's a sweet girl.
What am I not asking, Betty?
Well, let's see.
How about it?
The recovery at home. Kendall tells me stories about golfing with the next door neighbor.
It was actually Uncle.
Uncle?
One of the.
All right.
Well,
Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the family got together, and the more exercise I could do was just getting muscles back. And Uncle Dale thought golf would be a good one, and I'd played a few times, but uh, I had put a set of clubs together with my friend at Old Home Base, and I was golfing with some of the guys at the store. So I started golfing all the time with Dale. We go to Raspberry Ridge quite a few times a week, and that was good. At first, I would be in a golf cart with an oxygen tank, and then I would start walking it with pulling an oxygen tank, and then by the end, I was just out there swinging the bat and going for it.
Amazing.
Yeah, it was kind of perfect. Kind of the perfect thing for him to do.
Elizabeth, how long did it take for him to fully recover? Do you remember?
About a year.
I don't remember. I mean,
You don't remember that first golf game without an oxygen tank?
No, it was quite a while ago, guys.
you should have talked to us 20 years ago when we weren't old.
I can barely remember where my keys are now.
We weren't podcasting 20 years ago, but that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You gotta look ahead. It just kind of, I don't remember. It was incremental though, and it was just part of life. It was just part of life.
Yeah, it was just
But
little
you-
things,
But
like
you did. I don't even. What month did you apply to work again? Because I think that was a huge turning point. You were
Oh,
well
yeah,
enough to work, and I don't remember when that was.
I got a returning to work program, probably through the Opportunity Council or something.
Yeah, and
I got a 3-month job up at Western, and that got me up and moving all day and got a paycheck.
yeah.
And then I went after that. I went and applied for a job at Sears, and I sold appliances there for years, and eventually became assistant store manager.
Yeah, so
for
when you
quite a few years, and
did that first apprenticeship job
then the
at,
manager I had parting ways, and the
yeah,
store closed shortly after. So
so you must have started working at the university. I remember we'd drive you and then I'd drop the kids at school,
mhm.
and it it the weather wasn't crappy. So it must have been like the next spring, yeah, must have been the
Mhm.
next.
Like a year
I
later.
know, I know that it wasn't. I know that it wasn't
No, it
before
was about a
that.
year later before I started
It
working.
was, yeah, it
It
was at
was
least a year later.
it
But
was
I
a
think that
long crawl back.
that
I
was a
was
big
almost
turning
dead,
point
so
when you could work
the
again.
body was thrashed.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Kendall, what your T cell count was when they took it at the hospital when you went in?
It was in the teens,
So it was in the teens, somewhere between 13 and 19.
something like that.
So what's normal?
400 is low normal.
That's a little low then, huh?
You're
It's
dead.
like almost gone. Yeah, not really compatible with life.
That
No,
must have been so scary.
I think it was scary for everybody. Yeah.
but now they have all this good stuff, so it's
He
so
was on a
listen to these
ventilator.
guys, and
I
the
mean,
new medicines are nice. Very little side effects, if any. Um, and even with AIDS now, you can get down to a point where you're undetectable, and that's great. So it's not.
Elizabeth, what did you do to cope with the emotional stress of all this going on and you having to take care of two children?
I I think that was the key. I had to take care of two children.
And two dogs and a
That's
cat.
what you do. That's what you do. That's just what you do. You
And I
you
think you had family in and out of the house for months.
Oh, that
And
well that okay, well that's the huge thing. I did not do it myself. There was always family,
right,
like Kendall's mom was
cooking
up for a long time. My mom was there. His sister, my sister and brother-in-law, I think both my sisters, and your dad was up here for a long time. He even was in one of those apartments that the hospital provides. So your dad was here for a long time. So as soon as one family member would rotate out, someone else would rotate in. And sometimes they'd stay at the house, sometimes they didn't. But yeah, we always had someone. Um, so I had support. So my main focus was taking care of the kids and making sure that in the chaos, they still had some normalcy. You're going to school, you're doing your sports, we're doing the things, we're doing the scouts, we even took a trip, and we left the family in charge. We went to Seattle for overnight,
Oh.
just to so that the kids could have as normal life, to continue that as possible. But I don't know how I coped. It's you either do or you don't, I guess.
So this was like 25 plus years ago. And you just moved here. So did you feel like you were getting any support from the community at all? From the Whatcom County community?
Yeah, like especially like Evergreen and I'm social services. So I didn't feel alone or adrift
Okay.
at any time. I mean, it was lovely. They had even Evergreen had even put my kids' names on the angel giving tree for Christmas. So
Oh,
they
that's
said
nice.
that they would be taken care of for Christmas. Yeah. So I don't feel like I lacked support either from family or the community. And the kids were supported by their schools and their scouts, and the people were very compassionate, very very empathetic.
Which elementary school were they in?
Birchwood.
Oh, yeah. That's a great school.
I think so. Yeah.
What was one of the most happy moments during that time period that you can recall?
Um, probably when he stabilized enough to be taken off the meds that were kind of keeping him in the coma. And this it was so significant because it really was right around Easter, and my daughter had given a speech at church about, because the congregation was, very supportive and wondering how he was doing. And my daddy woke up. My daddy woke up.
Wow.
Oh, and Matt's gone.
That was such a hopeful time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was such a hopeful time. So
Yeah, it was good to wake up and be able to talk again. Those breathing
yeah,
tubes are,
well,
yeah.
Kendall, what do you remember from that time?
Oh, when I came out of the coma,
Do you remember before you went into the coma, before it started?
well, the pneumo hit like a hurricane. Like I said, in 48 hours, I was pretty much trashed. Um, so I remember more the backside coming out of it. Now, just coming out doesn't mean you're well. I was severely, underweight, and like I said, nutrition was a problem, and
it was a huge road, but it
I
was
couldn't, there
so
was there was
hopeful.
some brain damage, minor, that I had to relearn some things. But yeah, I concentrated my will just getting better, forcing myself to do things. My mother bought me some 1 pound weights I had in my hand. I'd constantly in the bed curl them and do everything I could to, get going.
And that was 1 pound weight?
1 pound weight.
Wow.
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 Yeah.
Probably that was at all Kendall could do.
That was what I needed.
Well, Kendall, I remember you talking afterward about you had some memories of, even from being in the induced coma, of they weren't really real memories, but well, you remember
Well,
being hot because it
you
kept
got to
cutting out your
remember,
fan off.
I was given straight morphine into a IV tube, so I was a little loopy.
Yeah, but I want to hear one of those memories.
Yeah.
I just spent a long time, but they mostly dream. Sometimes I would come out a little bit. I see some of the nurse or see some of the family there. I think I remember your sister reading a book that I liked.
Oh yeah. And Jim would come over
But
and
then I
read
would go back to sleep again,
Tolkien,
and
Tolkien to you. Yeah, that's right. The neighbor did. I remember one of the dreams he told me about. It was like fever dreams. So, is that for some reason he thought we were all traveling back and forth from Japan to visit him.
oh yeah, I was, yeah. That's
I want to
And you
hear
were
this. What was that?
well, when you're in a coma, your brain's in isolation, so you start making up all
making
kinds
stuff
of
up.
stuff to try to fill in the space of what's going on.
Okay, but then so as soon as he moves out of ICU though, and he's just like down on a medical floor, because he's really improving very quickly, getting ready to go to the rehab. You go from being in a coma and your brain making crap up to keep you entertained, to life hitting you full force as you wake up, because that, just as you were transferred, do you remember that's when Chris got his jaw broken?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So here's in the hospital trying to recover. Our son is 8 years old, has a broken jaw, and I'm in the ER with him, and my daughter's just out of the box
They're losing
upset.
her
She's just
mind.
calling her dad on his hospital. Daddy, this poor guy just woke up from a coma.
And I'm on the phone with my daughter going,
Oh God.
yeah.
Yeah.
So here's a question for you, Elizabeth, as a caregiver. And I
Yeah.
know this from my personal experience. My husband and I have both nursed each other back through illnesses and stuff. When Kendall woke up and was in recovery, who took care of you?
Mostly my mom was, wait, nobody was there. Chris broke his jaw right after Kendall's mom had left, and my mom wasn't there yet.
Well, I was technically out of the woods. I was going to
Yeah.
rehab. Yeah,
So
I was going to get
when
lucky.
family was around, they helped me out. They took care of me. I when he got out of the rehab hospital and came home, my mom came up for an extended stay to help us out. So I think my mom took care of us. when he
Mhm.
got
God from others.
home.
Yep.
There we are.
There we are. Betty.
Hmm.
There was some reason, and I don't remember why we actually had this conversation about why Elizabeth and Kendall's story was so important to the community. Was it because of advocacy? Was it because of Evergreen AIDS? I can't remember what it was. Do you remember?
I-
No.
I
I
think
don't
the
think anyone
main
ever told
thing.
me.
Pardon me.
I don't think anyone ever told me why it was important, but I think it did
Well,
have
I
something
think
to
it's
do.
because, from what I understand, he's the first person that came out from pneumocystis from St. Joseph's Hospital alive.
Mhm.
You think
And
it was that bed?
it could have been, no, actually, I think
It
it was
might have
the
been the bed.
Quixavan. I think it was the Quixavan.
You
Oh
do?
yeah.
And
Or
what I
combination?
understood, it wasn't common for someone else's Quixavan to be crushed and put down a feeding tube. That was part of it. The length that people went up here to make sure Kendall had a chance to survive.
Well,
And
and
when Kendall talked to his father on the phone after we were together, uh, he Kendall told me he had said that if he had been in L.A. and this had happened, that they probably wouldn't have gone to the same length.
yeah, I think I'm really grateful we were in Washington when all this took hold, because I don't think we would have gotten the same thing in California.
Do you think it's because you were at Washington or because you were at St. Joe's?
Both.
Both. Yeah, I guess
Washington
both.
State has always seemed to be on the front for AIDS care
Yeah.
and helping with financially and all that stuff.
And back in the
In
day that
California at that time, I'm sorry for interrupting you.
no, it's okay. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Not so much in California at that time. There was nothing.
But I do remember with the medicines, yeah, that's what they did. If somebody with AIDS who's taking meds died, they collected those pills and they stockpiled them for people.
Oh, they
Well,
did. I thought they were doing that in California too.
I have no idea.
yeah,
I just know that
they scrambled
Evergreen
it
did.
just from behind the scene. But these pills are very expensive. Even today, the pill I take is $300 a pill.
Wow.
To give you an idea, a day,
Wow.
So that's 300 times
30.
average of 30 days in a month.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good
One
thing you're
thing,
wealthy.
$9,000.
Yeah, who can afford that?
I don't know.
So the state picks up the bill.
Mhm.
Well, that's nice.
Now,
yeah.
I mean,
if you
seriously.
get outside our country, and I don't want to go sideways, you can get the same damn pill for under $10 in a lot of parts of the world.
Yeah.
So there you go.
That's a lot.
I wonder why it's so expensive here. Why do you think it's so expensive here?
Big pharmacy has K Street, and our politicians won't put their foot on it.
Okay.
Why are Americans making the medicine, distributing it, charging their citizens hundreds of times more, and then the rest of the world, they still make a little profit on 10, $20 a pill.
Yeah.
So there you go. But anyway,
Hmm.
it is what it is. And this state's a wonderful state. There's others that have come up in ways, Oregon and now California. It was a very turbulent time before Van came on, because really there was nothing they could do for us. It was just palliative care, honestly. And the hard part for a lot of us guys and gals that got is just keeping a positive attitude. Some people would lock themselves in their room and pull over the dark curtains and hibernate, and that's, they didn't last very long.
Does the catavan work for everybody?
It's hard to tolerate because it makes you throw up most of the time, and then you have to retake it. So it's kind of a hard one to deal with. So I don't know, people taking their medicine and stuff. But there's stuff out now that there's medicines now that are just make Crixivan look like a
Crixivan, not cat.
sledgehammer trying to drive a nail. The stuff
every
we have now
time,
is very precision and no, I don't have there's side effects, but they're very rare.
every time that Kendall would be on a new medication or they would change the dosage, he would just go through hell while his body readjusted to it. Just
With the different medicines.
absolute hell. Just being sick. Yeah.
Yeah.
But today they have it dialed. I switched to
I'm so glad.
yeah.
You don't need that.
Oh, it's wretched going from one medicine back in the day when you but you did it. Okay. So
I believe the first time I actually heard Kendall speak was when he spoke at a World AIDS Day. What year was that? Do you remember?
no, that was quite
Was that the
a
one
while
at
ago.
Western? Up at Western?
This was at the museum.
At Whatcom Museum.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and the return. It was Remembrance Day back when the quilt and stuff was.
December 1st, is that right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
So
Was that the year that part of the quilt was up here on display?
might have been.
Oh,
Evergreen reached out to me to be one of the keynote speakers, so that was good.
I wonder if we can find a copy of that.
Might be
We
somewhere.
might be able to.
Yeah.
I heard I did an okay job. So,
I was impressed.
oh, thank you. My high school speech instructor would be proud of me.
Yes. Yeah.
You guys went to high school together.
Absolutely.
How
Yes.
was that?
That was
Oh,
fun.
we loved it.
Yeah.
We had a great time. Yeah.
We had a great time together.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'd cut class and go to the beach and just
Mountain, arcade. Yeah.
or study and
Yeah. What at the end for senior awards, weren't we voted most obnoxious couple?
yeah, we got
Most
that award.
obnoxious couple.
We were so obnoxious we didn't go to the award ceremony.
Have you been to any of your reunions?
No.
We didn't go to graduation. We went up to Shasta, I think, and
Lassen.
we went
It's Lassen.
camping and we went snow sledding
Instead of prom. Yes.
instead of
Because
prom.
you're obnoxious.
Yeah.
No, I didn't like any.
Had-
of
had a
those
case
back
of
then.
Henry
I'm not going
Weinhardt's,
to a
and
reunion.
there
I'm not
you go.
traveling 1,000 miles. to
At our
a
own prom.
people I don't like.
Yeah, don't go
Not
visit
most
people.
obnoxious couple. Now,
It's
Jefferson,
different.
the members of Jefferson Airplane, what they call themselves Starship, they all went to Mount Tamalpais High.
Uh-huh.
And when I graduated, they came to the celebration, and they were the band for the dance was the Jefferson Starship. They showed up with several semi tractor trailers and were setting up the whole shebang.
I was in the
Santana,
drama club at the time. So as the drama, we got to help them with the setup and play basketball with them because
that's right, you did.
Yeah, it was really fun.
Oh my
It was
gosh.
cool. Yeah,
That's a cool story.
that was very cool. Very
So
cool.
they went to your high school.
They were alumni.
That's cool. You were in the military together for how many years?
4 years for
4 or 5 years, something like that.
sure. You signed for. They kept me in a little tiny bit longer because I was in a critical job, which was sitting behind a tank gun, going to push a trigger and make a cannon go off. I don't know how critical that is in a lot of people's minds, but when in the fine print of your military contract, 4 years might be longer because they need you still. So
Oh, you really in the fine print, we're still in.
Is that right?
exactly.
They can
Yeah.
call you up anytime.
Yeah, they could.
And
So
I
you
didn't,
Army?
I didn't
You both
mind
Army?
too much because they gave me a cushy job to do while I was waiting. So, but they didn't have enough sergeants, NCOs at the time to replace me, so I had to wait.
It's very important.
And then I joined the reserves for several years after that back in California. I enjoyed that. I flew around the Western United States with a training command out of the Presidio in California, and we would certify units for combat on the Western United States. And instead of 2 weeks a month, I was going almost every weekend to different places
For a while, yeah, it was like
all
that.
over the place, and observing for a weekend the units out in the field. And because I'd spent so much time out in the field, um, on the Czech border back in the Cold War, that I knew how to set up, set things. I knew what looked right for what a unit should be doing, and they just wanted eyes and ears out there. It was a good unit. When you're reporting directly to a lieutenant colonel that you're I'm just an E5, and my supervisor that, is a lieutenant colonel. It's like, there we go. Nobody messed with me except him.
Elizabeth, you were trained as a combat medic. Is that accurate?
Yes.
Yes.
How was that training?
Pretty gnarly.
It was great. I thrived on it. It was great training.
Where did you guys do basic?
I went to Fort Jackson in South Carolina.
That's where my son was.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where my nephew was too. Where were you, Kendall?
Well, all tankers go to Fort Knox.
Fort Knox. So did Fort Jackson have the medical training part, or did you have to go somewhere else?
No, I had to go to Texas for that.
How did you manage your staying together while you were in different places in the military? Just long phone calls?
Well, I don't know if we got a lot of phone calls, but we wrote letters all the time. I mean, I think we still have the box of letters somewhere. And he sent me a lot of flowers.
Yeah,
Good for
a
you.
lot of writing letters, stay together.
Yeah, lots of letters.
The military did have a program, and that if you're a married military couple, they did go out of the way to keep you together. Like when I got to Germany, my assignment got changed, and Elizabeth had a nice job at the Nuremberg hospital, and I was supposed to go to a nearby tank unit somewhere, within a reasonable distance, and there was one, but they needed soldiers out on the cab unit right on the front line on the border. And I said, no, I have, I showed them paperwork. I said, oh, they went, oh, damn it. Okay. And they found me where I went. And so I went to that unit, and it wasn't too far away. It was fun. We enjoyed Germany.
Very much. Yeah. Very
Had
much.
a good time there.
Elizabeth, what was your favorite part of Germany? Being there.
Oh, wow.
Kendall talks about a little that not coffee shop, because you got beer there, but where
the guest house across
the
the
guest
street.
The one across the street.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What they were Turks. I think they were
Turkish. We lived in a Turkish neighborhood.
Turkish guest house. Yes. Yes. Turkish neighborhood.
It was a nice guest house. It was for the working class, and you go in there on the first, and you would settle with the owner, and then you would get a new tab, which was a beer coaster, and on that tab, your back was your name. On the edge of it, they would do little marks, and each mark meant, Sauerbraten, here's a beer, blah blah blah, and at the end of the month, you just paid up, and so
That's great.
I think my favorite thing was that with that little restaurant that was on the corner that we used to
a
go
little
down
pizza
to dinner.
place that we liked too.
Yeah.
And the train station was a block away. We could go anywhere. I mean, Germany's dialed down.
Oh yeah, totally take the underground. So yeah.
Yeah, we get a weekend. It was hard to get free together and do things. I was so busy, I didn't really take any leave at all in Germany. I was always in the field training or repairing some darn thing that, had broke. So, which is nice. When I got out, they paid me all that, leave I didn't take. So that was nice to have.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, but it was bad. I'd rather have spent, because each year you get, I was there 4 years, and I could have had, let's see, you get 30 days, 60.
Yeah.
I could have had 90 days of leave over there traveling the country or in Europe.
Yeah.
If I'd had a different job, more normal Army job.
Went to Munich once, but yeah, he had a really hard
Yeah,
time.
it was hard to get away.
Getting time off.
We went to a hot springs once. We went to a castle, I believe.
Yeah, we did a few things.
We took some company trips and stuff because our guys started going AWOL, so they it's getting off track, but they had to start toning it down a little bit. The bad evil Russians were not going to come get us right away, so
Oh,
you got to
Yeah,
give
it
us some rest because you're
it
killing
was
us
it
here.
was
These
tough.
110-hour work weeks are deadly, man.
Yeah, I mean, there would be nights he wouldn't even be home because of something broken, and you don't go home until it's done.
yeah, yeah,
You don't go home until it's done.
yeah.
I had
Thou,
more of
the
a
first
regular
commandment, thou
job at the
tank
hospital,
shall work.
but then they started sending me to a bunch of different cities every week to
Yeah.
train people in a
Right.
certain type of clinic,
Uh-huh.
and so then then he might be home and I'm not home now.
Yeah.
So yeah, neither one of us was supposed to be home when that baby was conceived. I will tell you that. Um, we were both supposed to be gone.
That's pretty funny.
We were enough to take care of a chinchilla and some fish, but that's about it.
As I recall, the chinchilla died, so it didn't do that good a job.
So this is a question that we ask all of our guests on Spilling Tea with Betty Desire.
Mhm.
And if you're comfortable answering the question, that'd be great. If you're not comfortable, you don't have to. There's no pressure here. But the question is, what was your queer aha moment? Which is, when did you realize that a typical cisgendered, emotional, physical, whatever, was not for you?
I don't know.
Pretty late in life for me. I think I was over 50.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
When did you first figure out you?
There wasn't an aha moment. It was more just slow.
Yeah, I don't there was no flip of a switch really. It was just
Yeah, there was no Richard
Okay,
Simmons
so
moment where you're just
so for you, Elizabeth, you just said later in life.
Mhm.
Was that your first female relationship? Was later in life? Is that why you said that?
Yeah.
luminous.
Okay.
Well, that was when I started that was when I started thinking, I could have a female relationship. This I'm these people are kind of attractive.
So it came out of nowhere.
I felt like it did. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, even I look back and I'm like, were there signs? Was there something I should have known about myself? I can't think of anything. There no, I was attracted to men. I was very attracted to Kendall. I wanted to be married to a man. I wanted a family. Is that because that's who I am, or is that because of what culture and society told me I was? I don't know.
What about you, Kendall?
Like I said, I didn't really have an aha moment. I mean, older I got, the more I was attracted to men.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Why did you say that, Betty?
Well, because I think, I mean, I'm going to ask. It sounds like Kendall and Elizabeth were raised in families that didn't have a strong um, religious
No,
uh,
not at all.
contract, if you will, or bought into the societal norm that I ended up in
Mhm.
from just being raised Catholic, for one. There doesn't seem to be that stark, this is what you are supposed to do and this is what you're not supposed to do. I don't hear that from either of them when we talk, which is
I don't,
unusual for me.
yeah, I don't think, no, it wasn't like I couldn't come out or didn't want to come out or didn't know I could come out because of oppression from family or religion. We didn't have that. My father died decades ago before I came out. I actually have no idea what he would think. None. I have no idea. There's never, no one ever talked about it. I don't know. Um, so yeah, there was no oppression there. But when you observe society as you're growing up, those are your observations of it. This is how society works. This is that you have heterosexual relationships and children and family. But I never felt like that wasn't right for me.
Yeah.
I thought it was immensely right for me, and it was at the time.
So Kendall,
Mhm.
Elizabeth said she was in her 50s. How old were you when you had your first? I mean, this is not, you don't. That was the wrong way to ask that question. How old were you when you discovered you were attracted to men?
I honestly
You're
don't
not.
remember that time. I
So always?
guess you could say, but
Okay. I
just to leave it at that.
all right.
Each person's different. If you take human sexuality at Whatcom Community College, you'll find out we're all pretty fucked up.
So were you surprised, Kendall, that you tested positive for HIV?
Yeah.
Elizabeth, were you surprised?
Yeah.
Yeah. I say a little bit more than surprise. Surprise is like a nice gift.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I was like,
This is a nightmare in a box.
yeah, I was pretty shocked.
Welcome to life, guys. Here we go.
Did you think that he was at risk?
No.
I took precautions and stuff, but anyway.
And I think at the time that he contracted it, we were in a phase where we were separated. We had been going through some
Oh, you were on a break.
struggles, yeah, and so it wasn't like I feel like he stepped out or anything like that. And you know, there's just a lot of things Kendall and I to this day have never talked about. And I'm okay if we don't, I'm okay if we do.
Okay.
Yeah. I think maybe we've just never felt the need to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
All right.
I'm always here to
Fun
listen,
fact.
but
Fun
I
fact at how
need to.
closely related everyone is. When Kendall got a job at Sears, my drag mother was working at Sears as well, and they met each other first.
Wait, who was that?
That was Rick Rubin.
Oh, I don't remember Rick.
Rick worked in lawn and garden.
I don't remember Rick. Huh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a very small
We were
town.
never a thing.
This is very small town.
He just,
Rick.
yeah, never a thing. He just knew him from work.
Yeah, we worked together for years and years. So, yeah. Then, yeah, Sears was a weird place. It was good. It was good for a while. Then
That was a very
when
weird
the
life.
company starts to go
Sorry about that.
downhill like they did, the work environment becomes miserable. So, anyway, hey, you know, Venus isn't store manager there. They paid good money, that right? I mean, it was it was good money.
That was a good job, yeah.
Yeah, it was a good job.
But it went sideways. They were working you I think they were
like back to the army days, like getting older.
It's kind of ridiculous, yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. But it was a fun place. A great group of people, core group.
Anything else? I don't know that I have any other questions, Betty. Do you?
No, I think we covered quite a bit.
Thank you both so much for being so candid and so open with us. I really appreciate it. I hope I didn't. I was trying very hard to not be nosy, but it's kind of like my job to be nosy.
I kind of expected you to be.
Did you? Oh,
well, yeah. I mean, yeah, but I'm really good with boundaries. So, if it had been something that
No, I appreciate that. I
wasn't
mean,
mine to
I'm
talk
really,
about,
I
that's
think
all right.
what Kendall and you went through as a family and how you were able to help him with your training and your kindness and compassion for still dealing with this man who has this life-threatening illness, in light of the fact that he is your family, it's just inspirational. And I hope that other families who have had a similar situation can handle it with such grace and compassion as you have.
Well, maybe
Absolutely.
that's why we're doing this. It's like,
Absolutely.
people,
And
you
that's why
have to
this
stick
needs to get
together.
out.
You have to stick together.
Because it's not personal.
No, and and sticking together might not. It's going to look different to everybody, and
Yeah,
it
and
may
you
not
have
look like a traditional relationship. And
right,
that's
but you have
okay.
you are a family, and you will
We are a
always be a
family.
family. Yes,
Yes.
Yes.
all of y'all,
Yep. One big happy family.
one big happy crazy family.
We collect hostages like crazy.
Do you?
I do, yes. Like my ex-girlfriend is like my bestie.
Nice.
That's cool.
There you go. There you go. And y'all, they love
Yeah,
Wendy.
you are. I love Wendy. Yeah.
I don't want to live with her.
But you did.
Okay, do you want me to cut that out?
No, she knows. She don't want to live with me either.
I
Okay,
love you, Wendy.
But we love her.
Yes.
that's awesome.
We love Wendy.
Out driving a truck somewhere on the I-5.
Yep.
Well, I look forward to meeting you. I hope to be at that Thursday show. Hey, when is a night of 1,000 Bettys?
My birthday's November 18th, and I'm not organizing a night of 1,000 Bettys. Other drag queens are.
Okay.
So I don't know of the actual day,
Okay.
but the concept is I'm
out
excited about. People are going to be encouraged to dress up as Betty.
Did you see
Yeah, I'm
Kendall
gonna dress
dressed up
up
as
as
Betty,
Betty, if
Elizabeth?
I could do
Did
it.
you see
Oh,
that?
I most assuredly did.
I about peed my pants
Yep.
laughing.
Yes.
There is no I really seriously, if it hadn't been for the beard at the time, I would never have known.
I didn't know it wasn't Betty until I saw the shoes, because they are some very Kendall shoes.
Right.
Yeah, the shoes was it.
The shoes did it. And
Feel free to
our
post
daughter
that
was with
picture
me.
if you want.
Oh yeah, I saw that picture too. I did buy my wig, by the way.
You did?
Hell yeah,
Which color? What color?
the red one.
Ah, the Winnie 150. Excellent.
Oh, they have names. Okay.
Well, when you buy the wig, yeah. And the first wig I started with as Betty was Winnie 150. But I don't know if you can find it on the internet. You probably can, but that was the very first.
It looks as similar as you can find.
Yep.
I need a wig and I need some glasses.
Yeah.
I need to figure out how to do those lips. I'm gonna call Mix and see if Mix can help me do those lips.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna have Sierra help me.
Yeah.
Sierra help me.
There you go.
Yeah.
Need some serious drag queen help.
I really hope there's enough people dressed up so we can make a
It'll be
parade
hilarious.
around Railroad.
I may have to come steal a dress out of your
I've been
closet.
sitting here too long.
Okay, thanks, Kim.
What happened? Are you getting up? Oh, okay. Bye.
Yeah, he's
Love you
been sitting
guys.
too long, so.
All right. See you later, man.
Thank you so much. Bye, Elizabeth. Oh, are you
bye-bye.
hanging up?
No.
No.
Oh,
I was
he's-
saying goodbye to him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's bored.
Well, Elizabeth, thank you so much. It
Oh,
means
you're
so
welcome.
much.
Thank
And,
you so much. It was lovely to meet you.
Inviting me.
I think we met at Matt's birthday party a year or two ago, maybe. Is that
Could be.
possible?
Could be. Oh, yeah. I was at the last 2 or 3. So
Yeah. Yeah, there was the one last year at Rumors and the one before that at the coffee place, right?
I think last year was at Wink Wink.
Wink, wink. Last year was Wink, wink.
Well, there were two.
We
There were
walked
two last
over
year.
to Rumors, and you did a number at Rumors.
Yeah.
Because remember, I walked you through town. We stopped at every bar.
Yeah.
Wink, wink, and Rumors.
Gotta get your birthday drinks. Come on.
Absolutely. So
What's the point of getting older if you're not going to get treated by everybody?
right. So yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I love you.
Love you more.
Thanks, Elizabeth. You can just
Thank
exit
you.
out.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure.
It was lovely to meet you.
Okay, bye.
Not a problem. Bye-bye.
Wow. All right.
Your thoughts?
She's amazing. They're
Yeah.
amazing. They're an amazing
Yeah.
couple. Yeah. That was pretty. Yeah. I wish people had as much grace as she does. She's amazing.
I agree.
What she's had to, I mean, Kendall was the one who was sick, but the healthy one's the one who has to deal with all the shit.
Yep.
All the people contacting and all the doctors and all the things. It's exhausting. And she did it all because she loves him.
Absolutely.
You're a lucky man, Kendall. Do you realize that?
I am very lucky, yeah.
You said yes.
I must pick my friends wisely.
Yeah. And I'm a lucky man too, because look at what I have now.
I
From
know.
my
You got
old
way
age.
more family.
I have Elizabeth and her mom and Alexis, and the extended family have welcomed me with open arms, and I am on good terms with my ex-wife.
Yeah.
Lori comes to holiday gatherings like she has even after we separated. It was I was so afraid that there was going to be loss. And in reality, being my authentic self and being honest with the people around me, it ended up being a gain, not a loss. So, as long as we can keep it going. I only have to live until 111. Then I'm going to have my big Bilbo Baggins party.
All right.
So, 40, after November, it'll only be 41 years to go.
Oh, that'll happen quick.
Yeah, it sure will.
41, 40 goes fast.
Yeah. I barely remember 40. Anyway.
Anyway. So do you want to do our welcome?
Yes. Okay. Let me think.